I'm sure that you are interested to speak English fluently and correctly. It means that you like to learn the language. So if you are repeating the phrases and popular sentences from English language, you are not learning the language. Yes, you are memorizing it, and sooner or later you turn into a repeater. You are not a learner, but you are actually a repeater. Well, we must know the construction and structures in English language to get familiar, to connect these two to make simple, compound, and complex sentence, but we must go for writing a paragraph. But at the same time, we do need to bring a lot of opinions and ideas how to make and produce something. Of course, we need samples. We will go reading books and finding out a lot of things there. Actually, we have been working on these structures and constructions of English language since we started these videos. Well, in fact, I am trying to teach you all the details by making a lot of practices and exercises. You're actually very welcome to Classic English Academy Plus. I am Bob. In this 12th session, we are going to produce the sentences with subjective and objective pronouns. These pronouns are very, very important, but they are essential for all learners, especially the basic elementary learners. Let's get in the lesson and start producing our beautiful sentences. Okay, this is session 12, and I am very happy we are here again, and you are watching this video because I think that you like this. Well, I am sure that you remember part of a speech. Well, this is going to help us to understand what is the use of a word in a sentence. Sometimes we have a pronoun. We must understand that it isn't a noun, it is a pronoun. It is not a common noun or a proper noun. It is not a verb, or it is not an adverb. It is a pronoun. And we need to put them in the right English style, English order. That's why we need to bring, well, word order and use this in every sentence. Of course, we have the part of the speech and word order in all English sentences. You remember the subject? The subject of a sentence, and I just put a name on it. I introduce them sometimes as starters or a starter, and different types of starters. Do you remember? We said that we have singular like Sue or my dog. Well, this is the matter of the common noun or proper noun. The proper noun like Sue, the common noun like dog. Okay, sometimes we have this subject or a starter in a plural form. We have something very different, like they, or we say my father and my friend. Well, this is possible. These two are going to be the starter or the subject at the same time. Yeah. Here we have they as the subjective pronoun. Yes, of course. Can we use my dog or my father, my friend? Or we can use it in different forms? Can we use it? And we can use it, really? Yes, of course. Can we say Sue for she? Yes. And my dog for it? Yes. And what are they? These are the pronouns. Yes. These are the subjective pronouns. They come in the beginning of a sentence. Of course, I can say she or it here. Both my father and my friend, well, they are they. They're not here. We are talking about them. Maybe they are sitting beside us We do not know, but we call them they. This is the subject and the starter of the sentence. We have the verb part, I am sure that you remember. And the verb part, we started matter of the conjugating. We separating the verbs for instance, my dog goes and es, I'm sure that you remember. Okay, what about this part? My father and my friend, or they, we must use it go, of course, here. And after that, we have the complement. Well, this is very easy, huh? Why? Because we know this sentence is going to be divided into 3 parts. Second and the third and the last part of the sentence. The complement. Yeah. We have the Sue the same in the complement, but we have the she here in the complement, her. And the Sue, the same thing. So a proper noun or a common noun can be as a subject or an object. In a complement, we have different things like object. This is it. We can say we have the adverb of place, the adverb of time, and so many different things. But we are talking about subjective and objective pronouns. So she is going to turn into a, and Sue and my dog are going to be the same thing. Sometimes we can say er, sometimes we can say it. And many times it happens that we need to bring Sue here. I saw Sue on the street. I saw Sue at the cafe. I saw your dog, well, on the street. I saw it in the backyard now. Well, what about they? They, well, yes, of course, it is turning again into something very different, huh? M. You hear M. Be careful about the listening part in examinations. If you have a blank place and it is somehow talking about objective pronouns and you hear M, you must think about THEM. Okay, well, sometimes we say it them, most of the time we say it M. And the same thing we have my father and my friend here, we can have them again repeated. I see my father and my friend every day. Okay, yes, of course. I see my father and my friend every day. My father and my friend can come in the complement the same. We have it in the subject, in the subjective form. My father and my friend. Well, easy, and it is quite clear. We must make a lot of sentences. We do not need to memorize anything now. We just need to get familiar and control after some time about the structures and constructions that we have in English language. So the subject and the object are clear. We have, of course, a list. Okay, some people say the subjects or the subjective pronouns are opposite of objective pronouns. It means that they are subject, they are opposite of this. These come as starters, these come in the complement, and that is correct. Yeah, for instance, he, or we can say she and it here, and he turning into im. Be careful this pronunciation. And sometimes you hear it. I saw it. I is me, you, and well, plural or singular, maybe. We have they, and of course, and you, the same thing. And what about I and you? Yes, we have we, and this we is turning into us. Look at it. And something very interesting. The subjective and objective of it, they have the same spelling as well as you. Look at this one. But we, the plural of I and you, we are, huh? Then it is going to turn into us. Very interesting. Okay, so the subjective and the objective table, we can say the chart. Well, you can say somehow they are opposite, but we do not need to bring both of them in one sentence. Sometimes we really do not need to do that. Okay, my friend is a nice person. Is a nice guy, we say it in informal language. Is a nice person. Well, in the beginning, you needed to know the formal language. You do not need to go for informal language. This is not necessary. Maybe you are interested to pass an international examination. You need to start it with formal language, then learn the informal language little by little. He is my cousins, anything. So this, my friend, is turning into a subjective pronoun. Do you remember this structure? Well, this is the word order. This is at the same time part of a speech. Part of a speech, for instance, we say, my friend, the part of a speech of a noun, of a, well, common noun. And then it can turn into another kind of word. Well, it is called subjective pronouns. You see that? I must know what is the, well, very easy, these words. I must know the part of a speech of these words. I must know these words. I must, in fact, know the part of a speech of these words. This is very, very important. If I know them, I never make a mistake. But if I do not know them and try to memorize the sentences and the phrases, however popular they are, I'm going to make sometimes some mistakes, and little by little I get used to making mistakes and speaking very fast, making mistakes and faster, and I miss all my mistakes. I cannot leave them, and they are not going to leave me because I just made some mistakes and I repeat those mistakes non-stop. This is wrong. I don't like this. Now, I always try to help my learners to learn clear and correct things. Try to use these clear and correct things in their production, in the writing and their speaking. First, you need to think and then try to speak. Of course, when you are speaking, you can write it. If you write it, you're going to find your full self-confidence very, very soon. Do not hurry, take your time and be cool, okay? Try to be very, very focused and try to concentrate. Do not hurry, okay? Little by little, you leave this pen on the paper and talk, but you know what you are talking about and how you need to change that sentence and sentences. This is the skill of speaking and writing. A skill of speaking and writing does not start with memorizing best ever sentences, best, most famous and popular phrases in English language. That is not a skill. We are turning into a repeater unnecessarily. But sometimes we need to bring some beautiful sentences and repeat them like others, but not now. It is not the time that we become busy with those words and phrases, not now. Little by little, you will be introduced in the book. Okay, now we have the control of the subject and we understand the object too. Let's get in the exercise and see what we have to practice. Of course, we are going to make a lot more sentences there too. Okay, Unit 59, Essential Grammar in Use. Well, in fact, we do these exercises and doing some practices at the same time to talk and try to make new ideas and opinions, because that part of the language is very, very important. If you're interested doing exercises very fast at home, you need to take some very special tips. I am talking about those tips. Look at here. For instance, you are doing an exercise or some exercises. Try to look all the numbers, read all of them at first. Do not try to solve or fill the gaps. No, not for the first or the second time. Try to make your reading faster by reading, only by reading. And then try to answer them. I do not know those girls. Okay, it's talking about those girls. And those girls turn into a kind of a pronoun. Do you remember? We just explained that they is them or am, okay? But we do not need to have both of them in one sentence. Those girls equal they, okay? And then we have them as the object, okay? The object. So we have the object, and here we have those girls as, well, the other object, but the subject is I. Do you the subject? Am or them is the object. I do not know that man. Okay, be careful. We have that man here. I do not know those people. We have those people. That man is one person. Yes. Those people is more than one person. Maybe there are 2 people, 3 people, millions of people. I do not know David's wife. Wife, one person. I do not know Mr. Stevens. Yes, we have here something very interesting. And I do not know Sarah's parents. Yes, of course, parents means mother and father. That's why we have S with the common noun parents. Okay, so it is more than one, of course. I do not know the women in the black coats. The women is the thing or the person or anything is the object that we are going to repeat it in the second sentence. Okay, the women is, of course, one. The women with E is the plural of the woman. Woman, women. Do you, number 1. I do not know those girls. Do you know am? You can answer it. I am B, okay? The book is always A. There are many people here, 7 people, talking about different interesting things. And I would like to start speaking, answering them. I say, yes, they are my classmates, for instance. Classmates are those people who are in the same class. Why I put S here? Because I say those girls. So I am talking about those girls with my classmates. Look at it. I changed and turned them into classmates. I do not know that's man. Do you know? Yeah, one person. Man is a he and the objective is him. Okay, so we do not need to have he here, but we need him here and we put it him because I just found it that man is he and I can change the he into him. I do not know those people. We have got those people or those girls or those tables or anything those. Yeah, it is plural. You remember plural more than one. We have more than one. Do you know am? Again, if you like to say, do you know those people? You are somehow emphasizing. If I say, I do not know those people. Do you know those people? Do you know? Do you really know? Okay, I am emphasizing something. You say, yes, They are just try to make sentences. They are easy sometimes. Maybe they are going to be more complicated, more beautiful very soon. But just start, say something, write something at the same time. They are my friends. When you try to write sentences, in fact, you're trying to use your grammar construction structures as well as a lot of different words. You're trying to remember and use other words. This is very important. You are going to make many different things at the same time perfect. Number 6, try to add some beautiful samples and examples in your notebook about this lesson. I do not know Sarah's parents. Why I put number 6 as a sample? Because of parents. There are 2 people. Do you know them? I say yes. I've visited them. I've seen them. Very much. Yes, I've seen them very much. Emiger here, again here. We have in the exercise and the practice at the same time am, because I really need this. You can also say, I saw him very much. This is another tense. No, we didn't study it. But sooner or later, we will try to cover all these important things. Number 2, 59.2 is very, very interesting. Look at this one. You want to see me. Oh, they want to see me. They want to see me. Okay, but I don't want to see them. Exactly like the sample is already done for us. I want to see Er. Er is a she, huh? You know that? But she, look at it here, she doesn't want to see me, and I is the subjective and me is objective. It's very beautiful exercise. Number 4 says, we want to see them, but they. Look at these bold subjective and objective ones. We are going to repeat them in the second sentence. They want to see but we want to see them, but they don't want to see us. Look at it. So we turn into us and am turn into they. What about number 6? They want to see her, but she. Yeah. Her turn into she, and they turn into, let's see, just guess. She doesn't want to see, yes, you're right, em or them. You want to see her, you, okay, but what is this? Yes, it is she. She doesn't want to see you. You is the same thing, you. Okay. Do you see the part of the speech and word order in these sentences too? I think so. Yes, you see all these 2 important features in English language everywhere. That's why I have always been focusing on that, trying to repeating and repeat and repeat. Maybe you get tired of this repetition, but I do see it necessary because I believe that you are a basic learner. That's why I try to always mention them and talk about them. This is particularly important. This is very nice too. 59.3. I don't eat tomatoes. Tomatoes are here. I mean, any forms and any kinds of tomatoes. I do not like them. Tomatoes is a, well, proper nouns, and this turn into an objective pronoun. Yes, George is a very nice man. If you do not know that George is a man or a woman, is a female or a male, you can understand from the rest of the sentence. Do not hurry. Okay, we say man, so George is a he. Okay, and the he is going to turn into I like George. You can say I like George, but it's very strange. I like him. It is very, very popular. The structure is very popular. The construction is very popular. We are learning the popular, important things in English language by going through grammar structures and constructions. This is not far away from speaking like native speakers speaking, I mean, exactly. I'm introducing something to you. This is my new car. Yeah, this is my new car. Yeah, my new car is it, huh? Do you like it? Do you like it? So the new car turned into it because it is an objective and the subjective are the same, you know. But the subject is very different. It's going to act like a subject. The object is very different too. It is in the complement. Mrs. Clark is not very friendly. Oh, I like her. I still try to change it, please. Yes, I know that I must put like, I don't like, and do you like. I still like her because she is very experienced, but sometimes very angry. I still like her because she is like my mother. Okay, you can change your idea and produce different sentences. I'm saying that. Do not hurry, take your time and think about it, why I should change it, I still. You can also say, but I still. You do not need it very, very much, but if you say it, it's fine too. I still like her because she is like my mother. Okay, this is nice. These are my new shoes. Do you? Do you hate them? Because he is looking, or you are looking at my shoes strangely. I say, do you hate them? You see, I'm changing it. I'm trying to make new ideas. Do not only or just, I can say, focus on the exercises alone. Try to make some different new ideas at the same time. Try to experience, try to push yourself, experience new things. Don't worry, nothing is going to happen. It is not a bomb exploding. No, you're just making some beautiful sentences. Show it to somebody or send it to me. I would, of course, answer them one by one and make them clear for you if you like it. It's very easy for me. I have time, don't worry about it. Yes, I have made up my mind teaching English for about 3 decades and more, about 35 years. And I have always been doing it in the best way because I hear this indirectly from my learners. I see their results. And I'm very happy about this. That is going to give me a very great sense and, well, a perfect kind of feelings. It's very unique, I believe. I don't think that everyone should experience this, but many teachers must do, in fact. Yeah. Well, another one, 59.4 is very, very interesting. Who is that woman? It is asking a lot of questions. WH questions, okay, yes, we have WH questions, or other simple questions. Do you remember 2 forms of the questions? Last session. Who is that woman? Why are you looking at her? She is my mother. Don't you know her? Okay. She is my sister. She is looking for me. She is my mother. She is looking for me. Okay, you can say the rest of the thing, whatever, in a whatever way you like, whatever you like. You like to add something very strange, new, or whatever. Do you know that man? Yes, I work with him. He is my boss. Well, you see, I am just changing a lot of new answers. I promise you we are going to do the exercises at the same time practice speaking. Yes, we are doing it right now. Of course, we do not have a lot of time. I do not like to be away from you. I like to make the videos very long, but some people send me text, direct text, please make your videos short. If I want to make them short, I have to eliminate important things. I have to stop speaking about important things. Well, then it is not a good lesson. It is not going to be a good lesson, especially for those who are interested to have exercises and practices at the same time. I've always been doing this, teaching something while bringing up, talking about some structures and constructions and doing some different simple exercises to make it clear for the learners. Many learners need a lot of explanation and description to understand this. I always say to those teachers who I am working them and try to teach them how to teach, you know. Well, they have got some problems. They do not like to make things very long. They say that, no, we do not have enough patience to talk like that, talk about things very long, making a lot of practices. But it is very important for learners. If you are a learner, you really need to go for this a lot of time. We are going out. We are talking about right now. We are going out. You can come with us. Yes, this, we. You can say, well, I have no time. No time. Or you can say, I don't have any time. This no time is emphasizing. Yeah. This no is showing that you are emphasizing on something. This is very, very interesting. Okay. Try to put a tick and put it in your notebook. Maria likes music. Okay, we are talking about subject here, Maria. Okay, it is a proper noun. We have the subjective. Why? Because we have the verb here. Because we have the complement, the piano. So what is this? This is the subjective. She plays the piano. That's why we need to know the exact word order. The order that we have in a sentence is going to help us to produce the language to answer all the questions. We are making this book at the same time for two purposes, important purposes. Doing some exercises, practicing speaking. Okay, where is Anna? Number 10. I want to talk to Yes, I want to talk to Where you can say, well, she just went out to take anything, newspaper, anything. Okay, my brother has a new job, but I'm going to talk about, this is very important, a subject again. My brother is going to turn into a subject. Why? How I should understand this? What are the signs? Of course, this is the starter of the sentence. Why? Because we have the verb part here. And we have another thing here. Look at this one. But he doesn't like the job. Yes, the job. Of course, we're talking about the job, about the new job. The new job is going to come again here as an object. He is the subject here. Why? Again, we have the helping verb, okay, and we have the main verb. Do you remember? Yes, it is. And we have the object again. This is very nice too. Please put it in your notebook. It is going to help you a lot. It is going to help you to answer some questions in examinations if you are going to pass some examinations at a school or international examinations. I hope that you will be successful. I need that book. Can you give it to me? There, look at this. This is a common noun turning into an object. Can you give it to me? I turn it into me. Look at this. Oh, here, me. Yeah. And it. What about she? Number 3. I said she wants the keys. She, one singular. And the keys, more than one. Can you give what? She to the keys or keys to the she? Which of them? Just think about it. Well, keys to the she, of course. Can you give them to very simple. You can well put it in your exactly notebook too. They want the money. Can you? They want the money. Can you? Okay, money to them or they to the money. Which of them? Can you give it? It is the matter of the money. Why? Because money is a noun that we cannot count them. They are the matter of the value. They are not countable. Well, yes, of course, we just put some dollars, some euros, some, okay. Well, but the money itself has a kind of a sense of uncountable noun. Can you give it to M? Look at it. Say, yes, but I need, for instance, to go to the bank. Look at this one. This is very important. I just answer back the question. Try to make a lot of different kinds and beautiful kinds of sentences answering these exercises. You are going to make a perfect practice. Every time that you come to Unit 59, you need to do this practice because it is going to help you to bring more ideas, and you really need a lot of ideas to be fluent in English language. For the fluency, for a perfect fluency, we need ideas. For a perfect, well, language, we need some knowledge. We need to be correct at the same time fluent. This correct comes from, this correct forms of the language comes from the knowledge of the language, structure and constructions. And the fluency most of the time comes from the things that you want to talk about. And you know what you are talking about, and you know what you will talk about, all the details. That's why you are absolutely fluent. Well, this fluency needs a lot of reading. We will do a lot of reading very fast. Okay, I think that it is enough for this session. I hope that you enjoy this. Please subscribe and put the like. I am waiting for your comments as well. Have a great time. Take a lot of care and see you next session. Bye-bye.